Good afternoon. This is Sonia Wilson, and I'm chiming in from Charlotte, North Carolina today. Today's day 17 of the 30-day video challenge, and what I want to share with you guys today is the power of sharing your story, because you never know how it can affect and change other people's lives. So what I want to tell you about today is how I got started with Skinny Body Care. I was working as a help desk support manager at a hospital here in Charlotte, and I was making roughly about $80,000 a year, a little bit over $80,000 a year. And while I was on medical leave, I remember receiving an email as well as a letter in the mail stating that I was terminated from my job while being on medical leave. And it hurt, but then in another way it was a blessing. And I'll get to how it was a blessing later on. But I remember telling Robert one time while I was working, because I used to work like 60 to 70, sometimes 80 hours a week at that job, and I was very stressful, very, 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 very stressed, because in a position like that, everything is all about the numbers. Everything's about production and about numbers. So it became very stressful for me that I wanted to be taken out of that job, and I kept telling him that. He was like, well, pray on it. So I prayed, but needless to say, I guess I wasn't specific enough. I should have said I wanted to be released from the job, but without medical issues, and that's something that I did not say. So I got released from the job, not the way that I wanted to, but long story short, I was in a travel business as well while I was working my job, and there was a leader in that company that I knew, and he was the top income earner in that company. And I remember receiving several emails from him stating that he was no longer with the company. Prior to the no longer with the company email, he had sent one out, several ones saying, read this, watch this, something like that. And I just never paid it no attention, because prior to that, he used to send out a lot of emails in that company. So I ignored him. The one email that got my attention was the one that said, the subject was, I'm no longer with, and he listed the name of the company. So I immediately opened that email, and once I opened it, I was like, really? So the email stated, watch this movie and take a free tour. Well, I didn't watch the movie, but I took the free tour, which meant I immediately upgraded. I just signed up, didn't know what I was signing up for, and connected with him on Facebook, and he told me what to do, and I did just as he said. Long story short, initially I wasn't focused on the product, I guess you could say. I was focused on the income, since that I had just lost the income. But as time went on, my health issues became worse than what they were before, because I was gaining weight, and it was harder for me to walk up and down the steps. It was making me have frequent asthma attacks, and then my acid reflux was out of control. So those issues that I was having, and then I found out that I had high blood pressure and my cholesterol was very high. So Robert suggested that, why don't you look into taking the product on a consistent basis and see if that will help you with any of the issues? Because it had gotten to the point where we had just purchased a home, just had 2 kids that went to college, and had 2 new cars, and me not having an income, I'm thinking, okay, so how are we supposed to do this? So that's why my focus was on the money and not the product. But at the time when my health issues got worse, I had literally moved the mattress down to our living room so that I could sleep, because it was so hard for me to go up and down the steps, up and down the steps. So that is what we did. So I started taking the product more consistently, and over probably, I would say, an 18-month period, where if you added up 18 months consistently, I've lost a total of 57 pounds. I've gone from a super, super tight 20 down to a size 12, and I'm still losing lots of inches. And the product works. I'm no longer taking medicine for acid reflux. My doctor has taken me off of high blood pressure medicine, the high cholesterol medicine, and I'm no longer borderline diabetic. So the product does work. We can't say that the product helps with any health issues, but that is what the product has done for me, myself, so I can share what it's done for me. As far as the income, the first year in Skinny Body Care, we made $10,000. The second year in Skinny Body Care, we made $30,000, and last year, 2013, we've made a total of $247,000. So with consistency, focus, patience, and a why. Why are you in this business? Why are you doing this business? That is the results of what happens. And when you have a team, because you can't build this business by yourself. In order for you to advance in this company, you have to have team members in an organization that also has success. So that's what has happened for us here at Skinny Body Care. Everybody is winning, so therefore those are results that we've had. So that's my story. Hopefully it encourages someone and helps someone else in this business, or any business for that matter. You guys have an awesome weekend and continue to be blessed, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Take care.